My journey continues in the industrial city of Khonkaen, in the northeast of Isan, where just on the outskirts of the city, I came across this stunning stream that flows down from the local lake. So the dish we're going to cook by this tranquil river is blapao, and the fish we're going to use is nin. Now, planin actually feeds millions of people around Thailand. It's a very affordable and fleshy fish, so those without a lot of money can eat very well on this fish. It was actually given originally to Thailand from the Crown Prince of Japan, who gave it to the king. He gave him 50 fish, and he started to cultivate these in his swimming pool, and now they swim throughout the rivers all throughout Thailand. We start first by making a stuffing that goes inside the fish. And we have here some lemongrass and some pandan leaves. And what you need to do is really firmly crunch them together and roll them up into a tight ball. And then, using one more pandan leaf, wrap it around just to hold it together. This morning, when we bought the fish, they cleaned it for us, and they actually cut along the side of the fish, which gives you a large opening, enables you to put that in there much easier. Okay, now what we need to do is cover it with salt. Absolutely pack it with salt. So we take a good generous handful of salt and push it all over the side of the fish. Turn the fish over and very gently pack the other side as well. What this does is it protects the fish while it's cooking, so the skin doesn't burn, and it also seasons the fish while it's cooking. Okay, take that fish, and again, any leftover salt can go on top, and then place that into the basket. We've got some hot coals over here. Put the fish on and just let it cook gently. Don't move it around too much. The salt will form a crust around the fish and will steam bake inside, almost like being wrapped in banana leaves. An amazing local technique. While the fish is cooking, we're going to make a very simple sauce called nam jim. It's a seafood sauce eaten with so many different types of seafood in Thailand. Very easy to make. We start off with some garlic and some palm sugar, and just mix those together just to break up the palm sugar. To that we add some lime juice and some fish sauce, equal proportions. And then we add some chopped chili, red hot chili. And then just break in a few herbs. I've got here some coriander, just pick that through, and some sawtooth coriander. Okay, just put that into a small bowl for serving. And then we're going to check our fish. Turn the fish over gently and give it about another 5 minutes on the other side.
Take the fish out. We've got a plate prepared here. And then we put the nam jim sauce on the side. Now the way this is eaten in Thailand, very simple. So peel back the skin. The skin comes away so easily from the meat. Bit of that, a little bit of the Nam Jim sauce on top. And that's how it's eaten. So simple, delicious.
Two hours north of Khonkaen is the wonderful and amazing city of Udon Thani. This is one of my most favourite cities to visit, full of wonderful people, culture and food. Before settling in, I went to visit one of my favourite fast food restaurants. I enjoy it because it's fast food with a fresh and flavoursome difference. The VT restaurant serves a local delicacy called Nam Nuang on a very large scale. These hand-carved stalks of sugarcane act as the skewers for grilled minced pork and prawn, which add flavour that makes the VT restaurant so unique. The grilled meat is eaten wrapped in lettuce cups with fresh Vietnamese mint, starfruit, fresh garlic and chilli. It'll just blow your taste buds away. This is a serious business, cooking for a packed restaurant and even takeaway that is delivered to Bangkok, 6 hours away. The restaurant is run by the children of this amazing couple who, when younger, travelled here from Vietnam with nothing except the skill for cooking this unique dish, a must-try when in Udon Thani. After the break, I travelled to the Great Lotus Lakes to find the ingredients I need for this wonderful salad, and I also pick up a local delicacy to add to this mushroom and ginger stir-fry.
We're wandering down this little side street in Udon Thani. I came across this wonderful little restaurant, and the owner had been so kind to let me come in and use her kitchen to cook the next dish. What I'm going to make is a really simple omelette, which is eaten really commonly for breakfast or on the side of other dishes. It's an omelette using cha om, and cha om is this great aromatic herb beautifully wrapped in this little pandan leaf, and this algae that they just scoop from the lake. Really high in nutrition, full of antioxidants. We're going to sprinkle a little bit on top. Now, to make the omelette, what we need to do, when I was a young apprentice, I was always taught that an omelette should have 3 eggs. So I've got 3 of these fresh duck eggs. The yolks are so vibrant in colour. Okay, with an omelette, you always beat it very well. The reason why we beat the omelette so well is that you don't want egg white and egg yolk separation. You want it to have one smooth consistency so that the omelette won't break when you cook it. A little bit of seasoning, in this instance just a splash of soy sauce, and then the cha om. We mix through the omelette and give it a quick stir. Okay, so over to the pan. So we put the oil in, and what we're going to do is look at the oil for the smoke start to rise. So to check, the best way to check if the oil's hot is take a small drop of egg and drop it into the oil, and if it puffs up like that, instantly it's ready to go. So then put all of that in, and with an omelette, give it a stir straight away so that it cooks from bottom to top. And then just before the omelette's set, we smooth it out so that the bits of egg that aren't cooked join back together. And then we sprinkle some of that algae on top.
The algae is vibrant green because it's so high in iron. It also has a very earthy flavour, so something like chopped parsley or even chopped spinach would work just as well.
And then we'll just have a look under the omelette for colour. And once you've got that lovely colour underneath, we can give it a turn.
To present this dish, take the pan down to the plate and then tip the pan right over the omelette. It gives it a much better presentation side.
Eaten with some rice on the side. Very simple dish, easy to cook, very quick, very nutritious. An omelette with cha om.
Udon Thani is home to this vast expanse of water that is filled with millions of lotus and lily plants. Local farmers pull fresh lotus stems from the water as they are a very sought after vegetable for Thai people. I met with one of my best mates who has lived his whole life near the lake. Nong Pam is a local mechanic, but he has a heart for food. And when I'm in Udon Thani, he always shows me how things are grown and how people work organically and harmoniously with their land. He wanted to show me this amazing part of the lotus plant that many people are unaware of. It just blew my mind. Inside the head of the lotus flower is the treasure he was talking about. Each flower head has about 20 of these snacks straight from Mother Nature.
Wow. Gin, no?
ครับไว้ข้างในมัน
Look at that.
Oh.
So the seed from the lotus, apparently they're delicious.
สวีท
One, very sweet.
ครับ
Beautiful, sweet.
Yeah.
And what's amazing is not only in this lotus lake are we finding the lotus stems and the seeds to put in the salad, these snails are a delicacy around here. I'm going to cook these in another dish a little later on. So this is the lotus stem, straight from the lake. Amazing. So simple, just to break the stem, and all you do is peel it, almost like rhubarb. And then you open up this crunchy, very sweet vegetable which grows here. See me? So we're here in the village next to the lake where we've just picked the lotus stems. I'm going to make a little salad, very simple, using the lotus stems. It's called a yum sai bua. Firstly, we're going to make a dressing. The dressing's very simple. This one here is toasted chili jam, nam prik pao. We put that into the bowl and it's quite sweet, so this is going to act as the sugar for the dressing. Then some lime juice, about 2 tablespoons of lime juice. And then, because this is a vegetarian dish, we're going to use soy sauce instead of fish sauce. With the yum salad, you could use prawns, you could use pork, anything you like, but with this one, we want to keep it strictly vegetarian. So the meat that we're using is some mushrooms, oyster mushrooms, and we've just blanched them very quickly in some boiling water for about 2 minutes. And from this stage on, the salad is really simple. We've got some shallots into the salad, some spring onions finely chopped, cherry tomatoes just cut into half, the mushrooms, and then give that a stir. And now to add the hero of the dish, the sai bua. This is the lotus stem that we picked. Just slice them on an angle, just makes them look a little bit more beautiful, and then toss them into the salad as well. Some ground peanuts, toasted peanuts, just to add a little bit of crunch, and some chopped coriander. And that's it. And to plate this up, I've just got a little lotus leaf on the plate here for presentation. And then just take nice big mounds of that. The lotus stems are so crunchy, almost like eating a celery stalk. Okay, to finish that off, we've got some crunchy fried garlic. And we've got the seeds from the lotus. A few more peanuts just to finish. And there you have it. Very simple, easy dish, Yum sai bua.
When we come back, I'll show you how to make one of Thailand's most aromatic stir-fries. And for the first time, I try one of the more exotic and, let's say, challenging snacks.
So we're here on the outskirts of Chinatown in Udon Thani, and I'm going to cook this dish. Is PUD King. Now PUD King can be used with any meat you like, with pork or chicken or beef or prawn, but the one I'm using today is Khonkaen, which is apple snails, which is the snail we picked from the lake in Udon Thani yesterday. And people everywhere in this region are eating these snails. It's a real delicacy. So firstly, we'll just light the gas. Don't cook a stir fry on too high a gas, otherwise you'll burn the garlic as soon as it hits the oil. About 1 tablespoon of oil. And then we start off by adding our garlic and then our ginger. About 1 tablespoon, still with the skin on the garlic clove. 2 tablespoons of shredded fresh ginger in with the garlic as well. And then we'll give that a stir. Once you can smell all those lovely aromas coming from the garlic and the ginger, we add the snails. Now these snails have actually been already blanched in boiling water for about 3 minutes just to start to tenderize them, and we'll add those now. Next, to complement these, we're going to add a touch of chili, but not too much. PUD King is not a hot dish. We're only putting a pinch just to give that little bit of kick. And then some mushrooms, some baby oyster mushrooms. And then the hulnul, which is the ratsia mushrooms. Very crunchy, almost like eating seaweed. And then the little baby enokis. And again, we stir. The smell from the ginger is so fragrant. It's such a lovely dish. Now we're going to add some large chilies, green and red, but they're only very mild. And then this one here is called Dok Mai Jin, which is a Chinese flower that grows on the tree, almost like a little lantern. Beautiful. Okay. A pinch of sugar, not too sweet, about half a tablespoon of sugar, and then some baby spring onions. Oyster sauce, about 2 tablespoons, and just a splash of fish sauce. Oyster sauce has already got a slight salt content, but it's actually more rich and smooth and a little bit sweet as well. Perfect. Serve it up. The colours are just so unique, and the textures and the shape of the snails mixed with the mushrooms. Such a lovely dish. A little bit of chili on top, and there you have it. A really fragrant, aromatic dish, PUD King, using the apple snails.
Tuk-tuks are one of the best ways to get around in Thailand. They are very affordable and the drivers always know the quickest way to get from A to B. It also gives you a chance to really soak in the smells and sounds. And one of the best smells comes from the amazing markets Thailand has to offer. Make sure you get into everything that takes your fancy. Try something different. The most helpful phrase to learn is "Ko an ni krap," which basically means, "Can I have one of these, please?"
When you're in Thailand, you absolutely must try these. Grilled hearts and grilled livers. They're so delicious, marinated and grilled over hot coals. Unreal, great street food. Don't be shy.
The food in Thailand is so fresh, and one of the freshest experiences is the peeled and prepared fruits, ready to eat anytime.
These pineapples are absolutely incredible. They're a miniature pineapple. They're so sweet, almost like a lolly, yet the acidity in them is perfect. And what's very unique is the core and even the stem can be eaten. Nong, core ani hap. ขอหนึ่งครับครับโอ้ยครับ just like this, don't even need a knife. So delicious. I love it. ขอบคุณครับน้อง
What I didn't know was that my biggest challenge was waiting for me just around the very next corner.
So when you're in Thailand, we all go out and see street food. And one street food that most people will stop and stare twice is insects, fried insects. Now to be honest, I've actually never had them before, and this is the very first time for me. And the lady here at the shop has been kind enough to put salt and pepper on them for me to maybe just help them go down that little bit easier. So here we go. We said that this was an adventure, a journey of food through Thailand to educate myself. So here we go with the silkworm. Salty and peppery, slightly crunchy. But a baby grasshopper, not bad, that's okay. It's a potato chip. I'm telling myself. It's a potato chip, a crunchy grasshopper flavoured potato chip. Without the water to wash it down, which I wish I had a large grasshopper. Okay. Still crunchy. Slightly moist inside, yet quite tasty. However, my challenge for myself today is to take this one, the monster. Now this is a water bug and apparently very delicious, but fortunately you don't have to eat the wings. Or the legs. Okay. In the name of food, and out of fairness to the Thailand people, it's a bug, all right?
On the next episode, we cook a chili basil mud crab, travel to the temples in the north of Thailand, and we see the wonderful fresh food that people eat daily at the local food courts. We'll see you then.
Wow.